Hi, I'm Dave from Overdose Industries, and would just like to say thank you for purchasing our Wingsuit Legstrap Bungee connector. This video is a detailed set of instructions on how to fit the system to your container. Inside the packet you should have a set of instructions which has a web address and a QR code going to this instructional video, 40 centimeters of 3mm black shock cord, a needle with string on the end. The string may become dislodged during transport. It's simply tied on with a double overhand knot, and the bungee mechanism itself. The new system is made out of aluminium and is lab tested to 70 kilograms and attached to your container, just like a slink attaches to the risers. Operation is simple. Simply press together the two silver tabs and slide back the outer black sheath. Hook to the shock cord when it's attached to your rig and slide forward. You should hear an audible click when locked in position. Finally, you have to provide a pair of sharp scissors, a cigarette lighter, pen and paper. The first step in fitting the Legstrap bungee system is the measurement and removal of the old system. So using the back of the instruction card, place it parallel to the existing system and pull it to full stretch and write down the measurement. This one measures about 18 centimeters. Then, with a sharp pair of scissors, remove the old system, being careful not to damage the container. The next step is to determine how long the elastic portion of the leg bungee system needs to be. When we attach the metal clasp end, it will take about 5.5 centimeters, so we will subtract this from the initial measurement, which leaves us with 12.5 centimeters. The elastic has a 2:1 stretch ratio, so we'll divide this number by 2. And that's how long the elastic will need to be once it's attached to the rig. Now we need to attach the mechanism to one side of the leg straps. To do this, we tie the cord to the non-metallic end of the mechanism. A double overhand knot will do. And pull tight. Then, using the needle, thread it through the attachment point on your rig. You can see it's gone through there. Pulling the string and the mechanism through. Then, place the needle through the eyelet underneath the metal clasp. Once again, you can see the string has gone through that gap, pulling it through. And again, we'll go through the attachment point on the rig. Pulling everything through. And then pull the needle back through that gap again at the base of the metallic clasp. See the needle's going through the gap. At this point, we can untie the string. And we're going to feed the eyelet over the metallic clasp, just like you would on a slink. So it goes over the top. You can see it's gone over. And we're going to pull it down and work everything into position with equal tension. I appreciate it's black on black, but ideally you want the two layers of type 3 webbing to sit on top of each other, or to be a small circle inside a big circle. If they sit side by side, the bulk will be less evenly distributed and it'll be less comfortable. The next step is to attach the elastic to the other leg strap. For this, we will need the elastic, the measure on the back of the instructions, a pair of scissors, and the cigarette lighter. To do this, we're going to tie a simplified blood knot. So, passing the elastic through the other attachment point, We'll cross the two ends over each other. Now this knot has a tendency to slide when being tightened, normally about 2 centimeters, so we'll start 2 centimeters shorter than the measurement we took initially. So measure 6 centimeters, and then we'll walk it back to about 4, and then we're going to wrap one loose end through the loop twice, and we'll bring it up between the other loose end and the loop like so. Then with the other loose end, we're going to once again go through the loop twice. 1, 2, and back down in the opposite direction of the first loose end in the gap it made between the loose end and the loop itself. So we're now going the opposite direction. So you can see we've got one going up, one going down. From here we'll start tightening the knot by pulling on both the ends and the loop itself, and try to be careful of how far the knot slides when being pulled tight. When it's getting towards tight, just double check that measurement. You can always start again if it's gone too far. So it's at about 5 centimeters. By the time I pull it tight, it'll be quite close to 6. You see the circle growing slightly as I pull it tight. We want to pull this knot very tight. There we go. Check the measurement. A little bit long, but it'll still work. And the advantage of using this knot is we can trim the loose ends quite close. So with the scissors, cut off the excess. And then with the cigarette lighter, gently melt the frayed ends to stop further fraying. Just be careful not to damage other parts of the shock cord with the lighter. Give it a good tug to make sure the integrity of the knot is there. And then we can rotate the knot around into the attachment point on the container. This may take a little bit of massaging to get it into place. To keep the two sides of the loop more parallel and to take up a little bit of extra length, you can tie an overhand knot about 2 centimeters short of the end. This may not work if the loop is smaller than 5 centimeters in diameter. Once again, just massaging that knot back into place. And from here, simply slide the clasp open by squeezing the two silver buttons together. Attach the elastic and slide it closed with an audible click. And if we stretch it out, we're back to about the same measurement that we started with. Here's a closer look at the blood knot using a black and white piece of string. So we'll cross the two ends over the top of each other. We'll take one end, wrap it around the circle twice, bringing it back out between the loop and the other excess end. Then we'll take the second excess end, wrap it around twice, and then pass it through that gap that the original excess end is now sitting in the opposite direction. Like so. And so you can see we've got the two ends passing through the same gap and two wraps on each side, and then we'll just start pulling on the loose ends and the circle to pull the knot tight. And you can see here, We've got 2 wraps of the black end, 2 wraps of the white end, and the excess coming out in opposite directions. I'd just like to say thank you for purchasing this product. If you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email. You'll find the address on our website, or you can contact us through Facebook. We're always glad to hear feedback, and we are always very glad to help you if you need any assistance. Once again, thank you, and have a great day.